Greetings and peace be unto you. This is the Inspiration Show, entitled "Blame Trump." I know I'm looking wacky right now. I got my crazy hat on, got my shades. It's cold out there, New York. This is when New York is New York. This time of the year when it's cold, it's just, my car right now says it's 31 degrees outside. Trust and believe by the sound of my voice, it is colder than 31. It's got to be about 20 something like that. This little thin jacket I got on is not really doing much, but being that I'm not really coming out the car that much, it's decent. I got the lining in and got my fleece underneath, and my trusty ugly warm hat. It's ugly, but hey, when you got a bald head, it does a job. All right, so this is entitled "Blame Trump," and I'm pretty sure many people are gonna check this video out purely off of clickbait, because if you haven't noticed by now, I'm black, and I'm saying blame Trump. So I probably got all the people lined up to listen to see just what I got to say about President Trump. And if you're any type of, investigative and intellectual, just by the mere fact of me saying President Trump and not saying Trump, or saying the orange man, or him there in the White House, or whatever like that, I'm showing respect. And by me showing respect, am I respecting him as an individual, or am I respecting the office that he represents? Well, I kind of actually don't have anything against him. So I would say I'm respecting him and the oath of office, his position in power of office. Which, to me, the way that I feel, anybody that serves that office is a representative and serving the country. So they hopefully have our best means at heart, to take care of the country. And I respect whoever it is. When President Obama was in office, I respected him as to do what he's supposed to do, which that's another story. But I voted for him twice. I don't know. I felt he was the best choice. And I can honestly tell you, I don't see what he really did so much. I got a bunch of people in my family and maybe friends as well that will tell me all the things that he's done. He did a lot. All right, show me let me see the receipt. They probably can't tell you anything that he's done other than free phones and Obamacare. And if that's all you can tell me about President Obama, then basically we have no discussion. There's nothing more to talk about. Whereas with President Trump, there's at least a laundry list alone for what he's done for African Americans, or black, whatever you consider yourself. The darker folk. Not just the white folk that a lot of people try to say that he does things for, that are rich. He only supports the rich. Only the rich. If you feel he only supports the rich, then you need to look at those stats and see that it was not only the rich people who voted for him, because he got votes from a lot of different people. Rich, poor, and indifferent. So I fall into the indifferent. I'm not rich or poor. I'll say I'm indifferent. But anyways, so with the recent effects of the impeachment inquiry and all of this circus act going on, because that's exactly what I consider the circus act. I don't see anything coming off of this at all other than a bunch of distractions, to further rile you up. Let's see if they can get some votes. When I say they, mean the Democrats. See if they can get some votes before the 2020 election. If you realize this entire term, what's been going on, they've been chasing this man. They've been chasing this man, trying to get him clear out that White House for the last, what we going, three and change now? He's almost done with his term. The way I look at it is like, y'all want him going so bad? Well, guess what? His term gonna end anyway. Unless he makes some kind of strange law to extend his term past one full term, he getting out of there anyway. Unless he gets elected again, that's different. But they're really trying hard to get this man out of office. And for what? I don't know. I'm going to tell you. When I was a little kid, when I was about 8 years old, something like that, I thought that Ronald Reagan was the biggest, scariest demon around. Like, Ronald Reagan's going to kill everybody. Ronald Reagan's do this. Ronald Reagan. And then my parents and guardians had me to believe the same. Because at that time, I didn't have the mind capacity to think for myself. I only believed what they told me, and that's it. I mean, natural. You're being taught. So as a child, you're going to go by what your parents, pretty much, what they show you and teach you. Being that main things they taught me were good, maybe even great. But some things you got to kind of have mind of your own. Like I always hear, Reagan brought drugs into America and this and that and that. All right, I got to do more research on that part. I've always heard that. But I've also, I also can tell you, with the stuff that he might have done wrong, ain't nobody mess with the USA back then. It was all about America. It was pure Americana going on during the 80s. You can't tell me different. You might have had the Soviet Union, try to do a little mess back and forth. The Soviet Union was the Soviet Union. They were strong. Like they still weren't stronger than us, but they were strong. And they tried so hard to keep up with America that to the point that they damn near poor. That country spent most of their money on weapons and creating weapons, the arms race. You had the arms race, we had the Cold War, a lot of things going on with the Soviet Union. And not saying it's sweeter today, but the situation as far as the strength or the it factor is still there, still remains. You still have the United States as a superpower. We're still a superpower. No matter what Korea and China and all these other places do it, and Japan is our ally. I was going to say them too, but sometimes doesn't mean just because someone's an ally, you can trust them 100%. Because everybody spies on everybody to some degree. So, even though, it seems like they have us in technology, we still have the upper hand. We're still a superpower. However you look at it. The United States is still a superpower to this day. And you can't tell me you don't feel safe. Because if you didn't feel safe, guess what? You wouldn't be going to sporting events. You wouldn't be going to concerts. You'd be looking over your shoulder even more. Now, depending upon what state or city you live in, you may do that anyway. If you live in the police state like me, New York, yeah, you're looking over your shoulder. Because your whole trust is in the hands of the NYPD. And nothing against them. But I think if I can defend myself, or if I can protect myself, I wouldn't have to pick up a phone and call them. I can do it all on my own. Well, not do it all on my own, but at least I have a fighting chance before they get there. Because think about it. If a robbery happens right now, the police ain't sitting right on the corner waiting for a robbery to go down. Somebody got to call them. Or you would hope by some chance they're driving by and they see it in progress and actually think it's a robbery and decide to pull over. Don't think that some people just out there just whatever, But it would take some of the strain off of them. The police are going through a whole lot. I don't know about all over the United States, but I can speak for New York. You can say that there's a big burden on them. You got people out here that will, and before they call the police, to rather get it on tape. And they're not getting the whole tape. It's not like they're getting the whole incident. As soon as the police come out of their squad call or whatever, and maybe they feel the police are acting a certain way, here come the cameras. Or whatever like that. Instead of actually, trying to use these cameras for good. We don't use technology for good. We really don't. We use it more so on the stupid aspect than the nurturing aspect or the protection aspect. Because this camera alone can really help somebody out here that's in trouble. But we're not trying to do that. We're trying to get stuff on World Star, Instagram, and Facebook and all this other mess like that. Rather than use the camera as a tool to help someone. But back to Trump. And I'm going to end it on this when I get this right here. The impeachment, inquiry, or whatever, I guarantee nothing comes out of this thing. But what I will tell you, don't be surprised if they drag this mess all the way damn near until elections. And I wouldn't be surprised if he finishes his term and somehow something still stupid goes down. I wouldn't be shocked by it. But I'm gonna tell you, I don't think it's fair. They've been attacking this man the whole time he's been in office. And I feel no man is flawless. But for the most part, I think the man loves this country. I really think he loves America. Deep down. I feel that way. You can agree or disagree. I just really feel that way. And I'm not so I don't want to do Obama versus Trump, but I never felt that he really loved the country like that. That's me. I don't believe he did. You can agree, disagree. It's on you. But bottom line, we need to stop blaming Trump for everything. And we need to get out here and do what we got to do for ourselves and for our family. Because guess what? If you was broke 10 years ago, Trump wasn't president 10 years ago. Actually, 10 years ago, Obama just got in office. And it wasn't his problem yet because he was just taking over from Bush. So, if you was broke 10 years ago, that's your problem. You had issues financially, or if you had medical issues, whatever you had going on, you can't blame the president for that. We need to stop blaming the president for things we can do on our own. So, you got to get yourself together. My late pastor, one thing he said that was still today that's very important and makes the utmost sense to myself, and it should to you. And I'm going to end on this note. He says, if you take your problems to God first, you won't have to come to him. And that stuck with me. It really did. And meaning that, hey, yeah, he can pray for you, but if you pray for yourself, you won't have to go to the pastor. You just sit back and let God do it. But you did your part. That's the main thing that's important. Do your part. Like, comment, subscribe, share. And when you subscribe, hit that bell so you get all these shows. And let me end on this note. Faith, health, wealth, success.